Hey guys, and welcome to Age of Wonders Planetfall with me, Time and Tactics. This is the latest game in the Age of Wonders series, and it came out about 2 weeks ago. In this Let's Play, I'm going to play a scenario, not the campaign. The campaign, I think, is more of a tutorial-style campaign anyway. Let's go ahead and jump right into the customization of it. The first thing we have to do is select a planet type, where we're going to be, well, the planet we're going to play on. And I'm picking the Imperial world here, the default one, because it's going to have a mix of things. The other ones have, different aspects to them, and I might play them later in different Let's Plays. But for now, let's go with the Imperial default world. Now, as far as customization, let's go into the advanced setup. And first of all, let's go ahead and pick our commander, the one we're going to play here. And I have selected, or I've created a custom character here, Robert Park of the Vanguard. So that is his faction here. And as the Vanguard, we are rough folk with few ties to society, so the effects of long interstellar travel in cryosleep and the resulting time dilation doesn't matter to us, okay? We do get the access to the firearms and laser weapons group, so that's going to be interesting. That is what we can do in tech, so we can research those paths in tech, in our military tech. We can deploy combat drones and turrets. We use propaganda and military force, and we have powerful range units, but we are weak on the melee side of things. For our secret tech, we're going to pick Promethean. So with Prometheans, we can create weapons of mass destruction. We employ powerful incendiary weapons. We can settle in inhospitable places, and we can shield units and colonists from Armageddon. And we also use thermal and kinetic weapons. So we'll see what that is once we start the game. That's Robert Park's Empire background, if you like. He also has a few things of his own here. For instance, I gave him the basic equipment. That's really the very minimum you can give somebody. And in the case of the Vanguard, that means they get access to the laser rifle. He's going to come equipped with one laser rifle, which uses thermal damage, and a basic grenade that deals kinetic damage. That's it. He can also have a background and a colony supplement, like a bigger starting army, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to leave it at this. Anything you give him here in the first 3 boxes, or I should say the second 2 boxes there, it's going to make it easier to play the game. I don't want that. Let's leave it on harder difficulty. I'm not giving him any vice, though. I could do that as well, and that would make it harder, but I'll leave it at this, I think. Still going to be pretty hard, I think. Let's go ahead and select him. And then, now that we did that, let's go ahead and bump up the number of players to 8. So 2 more. And I'm going to give them all normal level here and random. But for one of them, I'm going to bring it up to hard, and we're going to pick that opponent ourselves. And I'm going to pick not the Syndicate, but the Kir'Ko over here. So the bugs. Cekto Zato here. So he's part of the Kir'Ko, and as such, what do they get? Well, they have access to the bioweapons group and the psi weapons. We had thermal and kinetic, right? They have... Oh, no, wait a minute. We had firearms and lasers, right? They get rapid population growth and large armies. They have swarm shields to protect units in combat. Biological units with good melee. Yeah, they can do a lot of good melee, but not very good range then. It's the opposite of us, right? And they get that swarm shield and faster regeneration. His special or secret tech is Xenoplague. And when you do that, you get access to, you can spawn and evolve special units after a battle, heal and enhance biological units, deploy infectious bioweapons, and they use biochemical and kinetic damage channels. Okay, that's going to be interesting to see what that is all about for him once we meet him. He also has access to, like we do, the basic equipment. That's all he gets there, which means he can use biochemical, a Thrax rifle, which is biochemical, and a Psi Stone of Dissonance that deals psionic damage. Okay. He also has a background. He's a veteran, so he will start at level 3 with 10 skill points. We get nothing when we start. He has combat experience right away. Well, not right away, but his units will gain experience faster than ours will. He also has a military detachment So he's going to get a larger starting army. It's going to be pretty lethal, I think. They're going to expand pretty quick. He doesn't have a vice. So anyway, that's him. Let's take him as number 2 here. So now we have 8. We're number 1, and number 2 here is our enemy who's hard. Everybody else, normal, will also be a challenge. And then let's go into the actual planet itself. Nova Magnus over here. This planet. Well, what can we do to it? I'm going to bump up, I think... well, there's a lot of customization you can do. I'm going to show you the things I'm doing. You can see here, just on the game flow, there's a lot of things here. But I'm going to pick a world threat level. Instead of low, I'm going to move up to moderate. I think it was different before, but one of the updates set it to low for default. But we'll go for moderate here. We're not going to do a score based on number of turns, but everything else, let's leave that the same. Now, faction invasion, I'm tempted to move that up a little bit. NPC factions, not the ones on the left here, by the way. Those are AIs. But the NPC factions that's already on the planet. It's kind of like what's left of the old empire there, and what they have spread, how they have changed. They might come and attack us more if we move it up to increased here. They make demands more often and invade more frequently. So I think I'll do that. Let's bump that up to increased. Okay. Turns, instead of classical turns, I'm going to go with simultaneous. And that way the game moves along a little bit quicker, I think. Anything else here? I don't think so. But for the world, we're going to move that up to large. I did move up from 6 to 8. Let's go with the large instead. And then the landmass type, I think I want continents. You can do Pangaea and land, but land there's no water. Pangaea is one big continent. I'm guessing that if I think back to how Civilization worked, the game Civilization, in Civilization 5, the AI was notorious for being poor at moving over water. Maybe the same here, but if we do continents, it's still going to be a lot of land there, right? So it should be fine. Anything else here? No, I'm going to leave it. That's really what an Imperial world is all about. Let's leave that as is. And I think that's all I want to do. Here's our stats. And for some reason, the NPC threat level doesn't show up here. I think it's still okay, but doesn't show. I think that's all I want to do. Let's go ahead and start the game.
Valor and strength to you, Commander of the Vanguard Expeditionary Forces. Cryosleep missions allowed you and your ranks of outcasts and adventurers to escape your past and claim new worlds for the Star Union. But while you were sleeping, the Empire disappeared. You will need all of your combat and survival skills to face the forces that brought down the Union. The past is about to catch up with you, Commander.
All right, so here we have an overview of our starting situation, kind of. We know everything here, except we didn't get to see how much the percentages were. So 61% water, quite a bit, actually. Land, 39%. Hopefully that'll work out. But let's go ahead and start the game and land on the planet. And there we go. Touchdown on the planet. So, what do we have? Well, we're sitting right here in Winston. That's the name of our city. Well, we can change the name, but I'm going to keep it, I think. I'm okay with that name. We do have Robert Park here with his 5 units there. You can have 6 in each army. And we have one more army over here with an owl, which is a flying unit. So, we can use him. The first thing I'm going to do... Well, I'll explain maybe a little bit about the information here as we get to it. Let's do that instead of just going through every single thing here. So we're looking at our one sector over here. We only have one. That's our capital sector. It's Winston. We're not doing any production right now. It's just producing energy, which is kind of like money. You need that for upkeep and for buying units. And we're doing it forever. You can set a little symbol down here. We don't have it. There's no target date to end that. It's the capital. Winston, we only have one city right now. We have 3 in population, and in 3 turns we'll get another population. It does have a few things here. If you hover over this here, you can see there's a forest and a fungal. So if we do the right kind of research, we can then use that to our advantage. You can see here we get more production, that little gear icon, more food. So the forest is production and food. Fungal means we can get more food and research. So that's pretty good. We'll see how that goes. We're going to have to do research a little bit later on. First turn you can't do it. Here's the research symbols up there. Okay, so we know what we have here. Now, what is around us? The game itself is set up so that you can expand and take over more sectors once you have 4 more, or a total of 4 population. So every 4 population you can take over another sector. We have 3, so next time we grow up to 4, then we can take over another one. Here's one, for instance, and that's being recommended. You can see a little green symbol there. Lover's Point? No. What is this one? Mirror Tree Grove. Okay. So you can see here it's a lot of food there. Food potential. We gotta research it. But it's a forest, river, and fungal. Pretty good. There's also an abandoned quarry over here, and that's this symbol over there. It's a resource node. Minerals are mined from here. It grants plus 10 production. That's pretty good. To the colony it's linked to. So if we take it over for Winston, then Winston gets that in the city. You don't build out here as such. You build in Winston. So we can use that there. And then we get an additional 5 production if we have a production exploitation in this sector here. Looks pretty good to me. There are 2 more here that look interesting right away. This one over here is a research, special research feature over here. So we get more research. There's another one down here, but this one is a little bit different. You can see the symbol right here. That means it's an Imperial landmark. So there's something there. Remember I talked about those NPC factions? And they're going to be more making demands more often. Well, this is one of them, I think. And that's a bronze level. There's also silver and gold. And I haven't actually played as far to see that, but they're silver and gold. And they tend to be more difficult. But the bronze one, what we can do with them, we can go over there and talk to them and maybe get a quest, get on their good side, and then if we have enough influence, which is up here, we can ask them to leave. And then we can go and investigate this site and see what is there. Maybe I have to fight some enemies as well. So I think we should go down there and talk to them. But then we'll focus on taking this sector. There's something else down here I noticed. Stadium Arcadium. Plays automated concerts of long-forgotten bands. Visiting units gain 400 morale. And morale is pretty good. Right now we're in neutral. Or support. They call it different things. Happiness, you know. But you get bonuses if it's positive. And in battle, that means you have a greater chance of inflicting critical hits, which is pretty interesting. But this one here is 2 sectors away. And there are more sectors out here. As we go exploring, we're going to find more. But anyway, let's go ahead and decide what to do. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So we have our army here. Now, if I select the army again, or the hex the army is on, I can see the city. And the city has producing food right now, 19 every turn. 96 energy, 85 production, 25 research, and plus 6 happiness. So, as we get more population, you can see the upkeep there, minus 6. We're going to lose that. We're not going to gain happiness. We have to do something later on to offset that. And we have 3 out of 16 in population. So let's go ahead and, well, that's 3 turns, right? In 3 turns we can expand. So it would be good to have somebody ready to expand. And the way you expand is to take your unit and go to this one here. You can see that here? It says Mirror Tree Grove, and there's like a black thing here in this area. You can just go there and do it. You don't have to clear out everything else that's around here, you know. So, considering we have a landmark down here, and that's a blue marker here, you can see that's a special one. There's 4 units there. Over here we have also units, 4 units, but they're also white. That means it's a marauder. A static NPC. They're going to be defending here, but they're not going to venture out and try to attack you. If this had been red, they would have been moving about. They would have spawned units, basically, and send them around. What I want to do, though, I want to look around, first of all, and see if there's something I can use right away that there's no monster on, and we can take that, like this one. Imperial Energy Stash. When collected, energy is added to your Empire's treasury. Energy allows you to pay upkeep, use operations, and instantly complete production projects. So we can go over there and get that right now. Would be tempting to do it. We want to do it before somebody else does it, obviously, but I don't think anybody's going to start right next to us. Hopefully not. We can take this one here. You can see the range he has, and go over there and do it. That might be tempting to do that, actually. But, you know, before we do that, why don't we send him down here? Let's go down here and talk to these. There's whichever NPC is here. Let's go and check that out. I want to get an eye on what they have to say, because they might have a quest for us. Oh, the Paragon is here. It's made up of the decaying remnants of the ruling class of the Star Union. Cybernetic implants have allowed them to survive the centuries since the collapse. So it's like a hybrid, really hybrid zombie cyborg units. So they are, well, what we can do here, you can see that we're neutral with them. We don't have any favor, no influence, not influence, no relation with them yet. We need to have 20 to move up to peace there. Salutations, Paragon. Our intentions are to offer you aid. So we can get on that good side. We can also try to go for, basically take them out, but which one? Well, there are some quests we want to look at before. So before we do this, let's go ahead and look at our quests here. Here. We do have these quests available right now. Let's go ahead and put 3 of them on the board, on the outliner here on the left in a second, and we can even have them handy. They're not that hard to get to. The ones on the bottom here are more long-term ones. So let's go ahead and do close. So now we have 3 here. Now, remember we talked about the landmark over here and this NPC faction? Well, here's an emissary quest. Do 2 quests for an NPC faction, unlike these people. Achieve peace with an NPC faction. So that's very interesting. We can actually go and talk to them again. Let's do that. So, if we do that, peace is 1 level above neutral. We'll need 20 more. Let's go ahead and do that. Any issues you require assistance with, or any quests you have for us? They do. Think of the children. Ruffians, outlaws, thugs. Okay, there's somebody there they want us to take out. 4 units. We have 10 turns to do it if we accept it. And we will get then 10 more relations with them. We need 20, remember that? This quest here was to have 2 quests. Complete 2 quests. We can do that. And we also get 10 influence and 26 energy. We're going to accept that, I think. Now, that's over here. So the reason I went down here is I wanted to see, should I send 1 unit over here? Or should we just go straight down here and do the quest? Well, you know what we can do? I think we can take... We have 1 more owl, and I'll tell you a little bit later about what they do. But this is a flying unit, and they they can ignore any kind of terrain, so they're going to be pretty quick. Let's go over there and take it. We got 41 more energy. Good. Now then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Robert Park here with his 5 units now and send him down here and see if we can take out this. Because in 3 turns we're going to have somebody here, and we hopefully also will have this building here. Wait a minute. This one, Abandoned Quarry. Remember that? That's the one we saw here. That gives us plus 10 production if we can root out these enemies. So maybe we want to go down this way. I do see something down here too. Oh, that's tempting. So if we're going to go down here and attack, we could attack next turn. I mean, I could attack now, couldn't I? Yes, I can. If I move... that's interesting. We're not going to have this unit, right, available. No, we can't reach all the way back there. Should we give it a shot? Should we try it? I don't know. 3 turns to go, right? We don't need to do it right just yet. And I'm worried about losing a unit. Because if you lose a unit that has experience, it's not a good thing. So what do we have down here? Well, that's a production stockpile. You know what? Let's go down and check it out and see what that is. Ah, units there. Okay, we can't do that. But I want to see what this one is as well. So if I go down here, I can still reach up there later. Let's see if I can get an eye on this here. No, I can't. Okay, we have to wait for there. Let's go over here then and see if we can see it with this unit. We'll consolidate all of our units there. Ah, here we go. Stadium Arcadium. Oh, that's the one. We gain 400 morale. That's right. So that is good. That's very good. That means greater chance of getting critical hits, right? So now, next turn we could move all of our units together up here and take out these units that are protecting the abandoned quarry. I think that's a good idea. Can we get another unit out the door in the meantime? I can build a trooper and an owl. You can see here, by the way, we're in the city right now, and we're selecting the unit production screen here. You can only build 1 thing at a time. You also have the option to build a structure or a sector production, which means you would build something that is really outside of your main sector, the city sector. But we're going to go... Well, that's 2 turns, right, to get another unit. Do I want to wait that long? Let's say I wait 2 turns, right, and then we'll attack down here. Well, I could do it, and I think I might do that. But the problem is, if I do that, then we don't do a central replicator factory. And this is one of the types of buildings we can have in the city. The actual central core, you can have one of these 4 buildings. Something to improve science, improve production, improve food, or improve energy. And they're recommending doing production here. It seems pretty good to me, because once we take over this... No, wait a minute. This sector's going to have extra production. You know, I think we should probably instead go for the biofarm to get more population, right? Isn't that better? Although production is good. We can pump out units quicker. But if I do... you know what? Should I do a trooper first? This one here will give me, what? Plus 15 production. But it takes 2 turns to do, so I can't really rely on that trooper. Well, okay, we'll do this one instead. Let's do that. And then we'll just go ahead and attack next turn with units that we have here on the board. Anything else we need to do? I don't think so. So, by the way, here it is, 2 turns away. We need 100 production. We have 0 right now. Paragon dwelling. Oh, okay, yeah. We found the Paragon down here. So now we know that there's a Paragon, more capital area over here. Okay. And now, since we're doing the simultaneous turns, you can see down here, all of our enemies are moving. That's lit up. They're not done yet. When this goes out, when it becomes dull, dark, this little point there, right, this one, then that means they're done with their turn. So they're doing that at the same time as we are. So now we can go ahead and attack here, I think, right? We can reach. We can reach. Should we go ahead and send them in? Let's go ahead and send them in like this. We'll kind of surround the enemy. I hope that will work. And then we'll go in here in between them. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can go ahead and attack here. Yeah, I want to do that. Before I do that, though, let's look at our research now. This is the next turn. You can see down here, it's turn number 2. Let's go ahead and pick our research. We have two areas of research, military and society. They can be done in parallel at the same time, so they're not exclusive here. Remember, we had laser and firearms. That's as part of the Vanguard, and that's what we see right here. So that's why we get that. Promethean gives us this down here. Okay, and then on the social side of things, we have doctrine, economy, and operations. And I talked about how you can upgrade your areas, and I think this one here, like food, gives +1 level to all food sectors. So if you take a sector that has food, you're going to gain a level. That's pretty good, but let's start with the military one. What do we do? Well, you know, each unit in the game is very customizable. We can add mods to them, so upgrade them basically, and now they can have different weapons or different abilities. And one of the things they can have is a different type of ammo. Here's one, for instance, flechette. So before we pick that, let's take a look at one of our units here. Here is the Vanguard Trooper. Cost us 4 in upkeep and energy. Right now they are 0 XP out of 4 they need for the next level. So they're recruits. They're not even novice. They're using an assault rifle, which that's a kinetic weapon that's repeating. In a battle, you get 3 actions per turn. And they can fire all 3 if they don't move, so that's pretty good. Does 9 damage and a range of 7. Pretty good, pretty straightforward kind of weapon. We also have a grenade. That's a single action, so as long as you have at least 1 action available, you can use it. It does 8 damage and 3 range. Not as good, but it does stagger units, meaning that if they're in a defensive mode, that will be cancelled, and they might lose an action point when their turn comes around next. And they are also used to demolish obstacles. They do a lot of damage, 200%. So that would mean like 24 damage, right? So that would be pretty good to have that, you know, to clear out some obstacles. Anyway, that's pretty good. They can do defensive mode, and they have Overwatch because of their assault rifle. So just like XCOM, they can then be ready and attack if somebody comes into their area. They also have steady aim, which means that they do 15% more damage when they're in cover. So that's pretty interesting. Anyway, we can do that. Let's go ahead and pick a weapon. So I'm thinking here, like this one, flechette. Does 8 kinetic damage. And we do have a kinetic weapon for them, right? And if you have this mod on there, you can inflict bleeding on cyborg and biological units for 3 turns. So let's go ahead and pick this one. Research, and then we'll do society. And I think I'm going to have to go with the frontier facilities because we want to get a colonizer out there sooner rather than later. There's also a recreational dome which we can build in our city, and that will give us more happiness. Yep, let's do that. We'll just do that. You can queue up more, but for now, let's go with that. So 4 turns to go for both of them, and let's go ahead and attack. Right here. You can see here we are surrounding him, so any unit around the enemy, or right here, are also included in the battle. So we have a power of 770, they have 560. It's a low-risk battle. We didn't look at the units before we jumped in, but this is going to be tricky. I might very well lose 1 or 2. We'll see. Manual combat. You can do auto combat as well, obviously. Okay, so they're moving in. As a defender, you get to move first. It's mainly, these are biological units, right? They have 3 of these. The quartzite, liquid crystal. What are they all about? 25 hit points. That's a hit point here. 3 shields. Armor, which means they are good at melee, defending melee. Not very good at defending against range damage, so that's good. They use, what is this one called? Arc? Yeah, electrical, basically. A range of 7 damage, repeating. Can do quite a bit of damage. They can go to defensive mode, and they are resistant to arc and thermal. Not kinetic, though. Okay, well, that's that. What about this guy here? Wild Harrier. Has 40 hit points, 1 armor, strike, which has a range of 1, high impact stagger, melee bypasses all shields, air-to-air effective as well. Swoop, 1 in range, swoop down for a melee attack. Again, saggers. We're going to keep them far away from us, right? Now, what does that mean for us? Well, we already looked at our troopers. We have 3 of them. We also have Robert Park himself, and we kind of looked at him before, but he has quite a bit of hit points. No shield, but he does have armor. Using that laser rifle, 10 damage, 7 range, repeating, and a grenade. So he can do Overwatch as well. And then we have this special unit here. Kind of an helper unit. He can obscure one of us, so it makes it harder to hit, 40% harder to hit. And then he can give healing, 25 points of that. He can also do a resupply charge, get rid of all debuffs. And then on the flanks, remember those? They're coming in from a different direction. We have 2 of the owls. They're flying units. Gotta watch out for the Wild Harrier, right? They have a special ability over here, which is a targeting field. If they put this targeting field on an enemy, it becomes 35% easier to hit them. So that's interesting. Every other turn they can do that. They also have a laser repeater here that they can fire up to 3 times. Pretty good, but not the main thing for them. So what do? They moved up close here. Well, we got to be careful. Remember, we want range because we have that steady aim, but some of these are red here. You can see here, this one here is red, and that's going to explode if you get too close to it. So I don't know if I want to be behind them and then they fire on it. Although they're not going to fire, right? I guess that guy there out of range. Okay. Anyway, so the way it works is if we move within this green area, it doesn't count against us. We get to keep all of our action points, all 3. If we move into the blue area here, the turquoise, we go down to 2. Up here, in the purple, we get to 1. And if you're in the red area out here, you don't get to do anything else except go there. And we don't want to do that, right? So I'm thinking, you know what, here's what we can do. We'll take this one and select blur. And then right-click on Robert Park. He will now be 40% harder to hit. Move him up. He has the most hit points. Where do we move him? This here is dangerous, burning ground, but we have support here. Maybe all the way up here. Let's do that. That means he's going to have 1 action left. You can see that right there. So I could probably fire here. 15% chance. Why? Hold down control. He's flying, defensive mode, and long range. So that's not very good. Why do we put him on Overwatch instead? So if these guys, 5%, get closer, we'll do that. If they move within that area, he's going to open fire. Only 1 shot, but still. Now, our other guys here don't have as much armor or hit points, so they can't do as much. But what if we move them up and have them ready? So I'm hoping now they will move down and attack him. And in the meantime, well, our guys will be ready to attack back here. And I do want to keep them in cover because then they're more effective. Move them up. Where do we move these guys? Maybe do move them here. Yeah, okay, I couldn't move the other unit. Let's go there. And then we'll take this one. And it's important to decide the way you are facing as well, because if they attack from the side, it's going to be a flanking attack. Hugely more better. We'll move it up here for the third one. And I think we're going to lose a unit or something here. That's pretty clear, I think. But we could put a mark on him there. Right now, if I select my targeting field here, you can see it goes to here. I got to get pretty close here. He's over there. 1, 2, 3. I can go 5 more forward. I could do that. But then he might turn towards me here and then give damage. You know what? We'll go back here behind the tree. Let's consolidate, and then they can come in next turn instead. It's only good for 2 turns, this targeting field, right? Yeah. I'm going to angle him this way instead. And then we have one more over here. Same deal, I think. Move him over here. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's go ahead and angle him this way. And I'm pressing 2. That's the symbol here. And then right-clicking where I want to do it. If you want to cancel, left-click is what you want to do. Okay, so that's all we can do, I think, right? Yep, everybody's ready. Let's see what they do. Hopefully they will attack Robert Park, if anything. They are. They missed. Remember he's obscured? Nice. Still missing. And he fired. Oh, he missed too. Grace, 3 damage. Not too bad. Third one is coming down. 3 damage. And here comes the Harrier. We are firing on him. 8 damage. Good. And they're firing there. 8 damage as well. Okay, warming him up. And now he is... Oh, no, he didn't do anything. Okay, he didn't do anything. So now, if Robert Park stays here, he can fire straight up there, and he might kill him. What if we put this 55% chance? If he doesn't, we can use this guy to kill him, right? 60%. We don't need to be using our targeting field here. I don't think we do anyway. Let's give it a shot with some of the ones that are behind us here. Yeah, let's do that. With luck, 8 damage. No grazing. I want a full hit. Oh, missed. Okay, not dead. In that case, what do we do? Well, I could take the pug over here. He's not great, but 10% damage. Holding down control. By the way, I can see what it is. Long range. He could move closer and do damage there. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to take a chance there. Instead, we can move these units in. They can attack here. How much does the Harrier have in hit points? 8 left. Yeah, 1 hit is all it takes, right? What if I move down here? Let's do that. We gotta be careful. We don't want that Harrier to be attacking our flying units. Out of range. Can I move? Oh, I messed up on that, didn't I? He's just barely out of range. I thought I calculated that correctly. Okay. In that case, let's move up here. I don't want to use... Well, I guess I could have used my other units. But let's go ahead and... 35% chance, that's it.
Enemy destroyed.
Okay, we made it. Anyway. There is Robert Park. He still has his full units there. So if he stay... Or movement action points, he could attack here. I should probably have used these guys and put a targeting field. I didn't think he could attack. Makes sense. I could also throw a grenade. Range 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not going to do anything. I could give it a shot here. I think I will, right? 50% chance here. Not in protection. This one here is in cover. Yeah. Let's go here. Not very much at all, but okay, we'll take it. And then we'll move up here, I think. With them and see if we can get a shot here. 1. Yep. 2. Oh, we hit both of them. Okay. That's unfortunate. We can still lose a unit here. Very, very likely. If I move up here, I'm going to be next to that. Yeah, I did move behind it there. Okay, well, we'll try it. 45, 65. Can we take him out anyway? Maybe with luck here. We missed it. You only have the one here, the pug. He can move all the way up here. And then he probably could fire, but... Oh. He's going to take damage. He has 40 there, right? I'm tempted to give it a shot anyway. We'll try it, because if I can take out a unit, that's a lot less damage. Out of range. Yeah, out of range. Oh, we do have one. Oh, he moved down here. Yeah, he can't do anything just yet. Okay, we'll move him up here then. Yeah, that was unfortunate. We should have put the targeting field on the enemy. Let's hope we don't lose anybody because of that. Arc, by the way, which you can see here, it's lightning. It will jump from one to the other. So missed one, missed two. Okay, good. Missed 5 damage. That's fine. It's not too bad. Nobody die, please. We made it. They are on burning ground now. Here, it looks like... Nope, there's nobody on burning ground. Okay, I don't know why it's marking that. Yeah, you don't want to go there, actually. That's why. That's the pug here. We can fire with him. Now, these could put a put a targeting field on, but I think I'm going to fire instead. Look at that, 75%. Flanked. That's why. Okay. Not flanked. Okay, we'll take this one. Hopefully we can take it.
Enemy neutralized.
Nice, we took him out. Okay. And then this guy here can also fire. No, we can't. Oh, if we move one closer, we can do it. Let's go up here. It's going to be flanked. What if I throw a grenade? They're going to be staggered backwards, and then we can probably reach them. Well, they're going to jump back there, maybe, and I can't reach them. But we'll have a much greater chance of hitting them. So what if we take this unit and throw a grenade here? Stagger, and I didn't move backwards. Good. Okay, now, what do we get then for attack chance? 60%? Good. Let's do that. Not quite dead, but not too bad. We'll take this one. 85% now. Steady aim behind cover there.
Enemy neutralized.
Enemy neutralized. Good. We have 2 units left here. We can't... Can we take him out? Oh no, we also have him here, Robert Park himself. He needs 1 shot basically to take him out. He has 3 shots right now. What if I move him up here? 30% chance. It's the long range that's the problem. If I can get next to them, run across here and take... that's not going to be flanking anyway. But I will eliminate the negative modifier there of long range. We'll give that a shot. Run up there. He's not going to go over the vents there. That's good. 45% chance. Okay, we'll try it.
Enemy killed.
Yeah, we took him out. And we didn't take any...
They never stood a chance.
Yeah, nobody died. Wow. Okay, good. Took a little bit of damage, but not too bad, right? Okay, so we gained 69 production out of that. Oh, that means our building here... Let's look at Winston. It's complete. Okay, we're done. So that means now if we go back into this view here, we can see we have a central replicator factory done. So now we're making 100 in production instead. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's pick it up next time, guys. So join me then with more from Age of Wonders Planetfall.